Hello.
Very good evening to all.
Yeah, very good evening. Very good evening, you all. So, sir, I'm taking the classes. Sir, Devalan,
Sir, you are
sir.
taking it, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm taking the classes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, because already I
Okay.
told you, no, I'll be taking these classes. Okay.
Yes, sir. But tomorrow I will take that is some
It's okay.
another class. Sir.
It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So, very good afternoon, you all. Today we are again going back to our unit 4, that is the PHP and MySQL. For this PHP and MySQL, what I told you that we'll be using one of the server, and I am using the XAMPP server. Maybe some of the students also using this WAMP, WAMP, that is for Windows version, or who are using this Linux version also, they can go for LAMP. But usually we go for XAMPP. The versions, how to install and all things, you can get the instruction. It is not a very difficult job for you. You find any problem, one demonstration, one day I'll give you how to install and how to go for the configurations. But I hope some students have done, and today one of our student, that is Tanmay, also given a solution, because for this course outcome we all the times manually doing all the things. So using this application only, she has given a software module where we can type a word and can map to what is the taxonomy enable. For that, if it possible, also I'll give it down for that one. But now we are going for the same thing. Our XML file will, sorry, PHP folder will go back. Now I go back here, just type the CMD. Okay, then I go to the CD space / enter. Then I go for the what are the directories available, dir. I put it here and enter. You can see I am having a lot of files, but I am interested only the PHP program. I think PHP program. So go for CD. Not CD. You have to go for the XAMPP first. CD XAMPP. Okay, in the CD XAMPP, you are here already there. Then you see the what are the directories under this thing. Yeah, you are having a number of directory, but I am interested here only for PHP or PHP. Yeah, I will be interested for PHP because already I created a folder for PHP. So I go for the CD PHP under that and find all the directories inside that one, inside the dir. Okay, then we are having a number program here. Okay, so but I think we should not go here. CD come back. So in this XAMPP folder, check it, the directory is dir, and you find it here, and we will have the number of things here. Better we can minimize it, and we go for the C drive. Okay, then yeah, I go for the C drive. Then I go for the XAMPP folder here. We can get it here directly. Sorry, we can get it here directly. We go to the XAMPP. Okay, so in this XAMPP folder, yeah, the XAMPP folder, we have already htdocs, and inside the htdocs we have the various folders. Okay, and our thing is that we have created a number of I think, yeah, so number of files I have created, and I have shown you some files last class. Okay, so I think let us open one file here. I am going for this ph6. Okay, so right click and open with Sublime. Here you see I am using this static keyword. You can see it here, and I'm using a function here. See, in the PHP, why PHP or any program, why you need a function? When the same thing I have to use it again and again, instead of calling it again and again, because it will be redundancy and duplication of these codes, so I declare a function and I can call it again and again. But inside the functions, what we declare the variable x, so long as it is executing, the value will be stored, and once the function execution is over, the value will be erased. Okay, that variable value will be erased. So that is the reason. So if I want the variable to remember that one, then I have to use the static keyword. Here I have declared a function. My function name is myTest, and just like the function method, I am putting it here. I am declaring variable x and I initializing to 0. So that I am declaring a static. That means even if I am calling it 3 times, it will remember it is initialized, the value is equal to 0. Then if it is going for increment, then 0, then 1, then 2, like that it will go on increasing. Then I am asking echo $x. That means I am calling this data. It is to display that one. Then I am going for x plus plus. That same variable I am going for the increment of that one. Then what I am doing, I am calling my first function. Okay. Suppose I only call my first function. So put it here. Then also put it here. Okay. So now control S. Then I have to go to this folder. What is the folder where I am putting it here? Sorry. So this is not a thing. So it is in the htdocs ph6.php. Okay. So go to the file and you can come here. You can come here and you just delete all the things. Come to ph6.php. Enter. Okay. So you see the value of x, that variable I have declared, I have initialized is 0. So when I am calling that function, the output is coming 0. Okay. Now let us go for the same program and I do it here. I call second time. When I am going for the second time, then it has to increment. So 0 should come here and 0 is incremented, 1 should also come here. Control S. Then I cancel it because it's not a licensed version. Then I just go for refreshing this one and I just refresh. You expect what is the output? It will come 0 and 1. Okay. So both are, it is coming. So if you are putting a line break, it will come below the line. Okay. So similarly, when I am so on checking this thing here again. So sorry, enter. Okay. So you put it here, br here also, doesn't matter, br. Okay, you put it here, abr also. Let me check whether it is taking or not. I have not tested. Control S and try to run it also here and refresh. Okay, some error it is showing because it is not, it will not take directly like this. Okay, so this is to be done maybe inside that one. So okay, don't worry for these things now. So I want to check the output now. It should come 0, 1 and 2. It should come 0, 1 and 2. Okay, now I set this program and I am trying to run this program here. Just refresh. My output, it must come 0, 1 and 2. Okay, using the line break inside that one, you have to put it, then only it will come. So what I want to communicate with you here, whenever I am declaring a variable inside a function, yeah, come to this program here. So this is the program. So I declared a function. For declaring a function, you have to write the function and space the function name. And as it is 2 words, the starting letter of the second word must be a capital letter. This is the this you know all the things. Okay, the template like this we know syntax. So then it is the method and curly bracket starts and closes here there also. So declare the variable. If I is okay. So if you don't declare the static, what will happen? Okay. Now let us remove this one. Control S. I hope it should come also, but let us check. So what happened? See, all the output it is coming 0, 0, 0. See, come to the program. Here what I have done, I have initialized the variable x is equal to 0, but that is only valid inside this function. That means first time the function runs, the value it remembers, the variable remembers that value. But when next time I am calling my text, so it doesn't understand. In this, what is the initialized value? So it is not going for the increment. So that in that case, so just go for the static keyword. If you are using the static keyword and I save it and I run it here also, then you can clearly see the output it is coming, it is 0, 1, 2, like, okay. So in this way you have to remember what is the meaning of these things. I have to check how many, only 32 students are there. I don't know, it is available for all the students. So I hope all people are able to listen me also. If you don't listen also, please you can send a SMS or a mail to me, so that I'll be careful for that one. I hope all are listening and all are able to watch this video. So if any problem, I will be checking your message time and again. So if anything is there, you let me know. Okay. So then this was our program number 6. Okay. Then I am moving to program number 7. Okay. So I am moving to program number 7. Just file, then you open file. Here I am inside this htdocs and I am going for program number 7. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is starting. No, no, yeah, it is 5, 6, 7. ph7.php. Okay, open. What is this file you see here? See, here I have already shown you. I am declaring some variable and I am going for concatenation of all the things. Okay. So you see, I am not using function here. Simply I am declaring variable. So under this HTML file, I am putting the PHP file here, less than question mark PHP, and ends here the PHP file, and as it is inside the HTML file, it is also inside the body and HTML it is there. Now I declare two variables, four variables. What is the first variable? Variable is text1, and I initialize to learn PHP. Second variable text2, I initialize to BBC EC, and third variable is x, I initialize to 5. And next is the fourth one is the y and initialize to 4. I am writing echo s2. H here s2 means see, so you can say one thing, sir, there you are using line break, but it did not work. It will not work because you have to put it under things like this. Okay. So now I was going to echo. So under this h2, because whatever the HTML program you want to run under this thing, you have to put everything like this first and last, and you have to use it inside this double quotation. So now what I am using for calling that variable text1, I am putting dot dollar text1 dot. Then what are the other things it is inside? That means it will display, it will print echo what this dollar text1, but this is again inside the HTML file. So to go for this heading 2, that means some font and some bold size it will be there, heading 1, heading 2, heading 6, you know. So I want it to be displayed with heading 2. Then what I have given there? So I have declared echo that is dollar text1. So this, how do I put it here? Echo under double quotations less than h2, that is the heading 2 dot, this is the variable text1 dot. So I am closing this tag it here. Then at the end I am putting a semicolon. Okay. Then echo study PHP add. So this it is to be fixed one. It is not going to do anything as it is. It will appear. Then dot txt2. The first one it is showing that is the text1. What is the text one? Learn PHP. What is the second line? What it will show? Study PHP add the text to BBC EC. That is the I am putting a BR. You see, understand why it was not running. So you have to put the BR under this double quotation like this. Okay. Then echo $x plus $y. That also it will. So what will the output? See the output. Now my program number is ph7 .php. So let me go to this program here and I type it here ph7. Yeah, ph back 7 .php. Say first it is showing learn PHP, study PHP at BBC EC, then 5 plus 4 it is adding and making it 9. Okay. This lecture what I am going to tell you, how do we declare the variables and how do we use the variables. Actually this should come first and the function should come next, because while I am numbering maybe the number is something not concentrated there. So you now learn how to declare a variable, how to initialize and how to use this variable. The next program where is the function, that also already I shown, that is in the program number 6, how to declare a function and how to call a function. And if you want the variable declared inside the function to remember that value what it has initialized, then you have to use the static keyword. Okay, that also you have done and you have shown. Okay, next we are going for one more program. This is the program number 7 you have seen. See now let us me open. Why you are unmuted? Okay, so then file and you open file here also. So in this open file, I have to open, this was my program number 57. Okay, so I'm going for program number 8. I'm going for program number 8. In this program number 8, let us see what is there. In this program number 8, we have declared some variables. I give declared name is equal to Gunamani, age is equal to something, $x something, $y something. Echo this one, my name is $name and my age is. See, whatever the variable I declared it here, then that I am using it here. Echo my name is $name. So my name is $name, it will show my name is Gunamani and my age is something, it will show $. Okay, some age it will show. So echo, so I am going for the concatenation. In the concatenation, what we do? Suppose two words are there, one is concat, another is a ination. So if you concat, so echo concat dot, just using this dot operator, you can concatenate. The finally output it must come concatenation. Similarly, variable x and y have declared, and you can add all the things to get the output. Okay, so all the things, it is very easy. Small example I'm giving to you because these are the very initial classes. Now let us go and run this program, program number 8. Okay, so we are going to run this program number 8. Now let us run this program 8 and run it here. See, it is telling my Gunamani. First it is showing calling is Gunamani, so my name is Gunamani and my age is this one, and the next word it is showing concatenation, and 5 plus 4 it is showing 9. Why it is showing continuous? Because I have not used the line break. If you use the line break, then all things will show in the next lines. Okay, so this is the thing. You can do it here. Okay, if you want that one, say under double quotation, you can put it like this. We are shift like this, Control S. Okay, so now let us run this program, see what is happening. So still it is showing some error. What is the error? I have to check it there. Okay, so that is the program number 7. How it has used the program number 6 for using program number 7. So if this is the case, then it is to be displayed under echo and it is to be separated to the dot. Okay, so that we have not done. Okay, don't worry at this moment for those things. I am not interested for this thing now. Okay, that I'll show you in some other demonstrations. Don't worry at this moment. So now we have declared some variable and we learn how to then how it will happen. So you have to, my name is dot dollar. I'm doing it here. Okay, if you want me to do, I'll do it here. My name is, then you write dot here. Yeah, and dollar name. This is dot here and space dollar, and my age is this one also there, and space dot. Okay, okay, so echo this thing. Okay, back. Okay, then you get it now. Then what you are using, PS7. Then I'm using dot br at the end. Okay, so then you have to use this. Sorry, you have to use this here. PS8 is then the space dot under double quotation. Yeah, so here less than br and like this. Where it is? So I think I have shift written in the wrong place. Control X. Okay, so this you have to put it here inside. Okay, Control V. Okay, let us see here whether it's running. Control S. Now this is my program number 8. Let me run this program whether the output is coming or not. Let us see. So it is there and I run it here. So see, so something is showing good morning. My name is there. Where I have written this one, this I have written the break, I have put it here. Okay, so if you want to put it here, the same thing you have to do. Okay, what do you do? Dollar name this one. Okay, let it be displayed there. You understand what I'm telling you? So if you want to use this your what I say, HTML commands inside that one. Then what you need to do, what are not variables, that you put it under double quotations, and what are the variables, it must be separated by dot sign. Okay, and whatever the tags you want to use it must be separated by dot, and it will be under double quotations. That I already shown you, and you can also use the same way. Okay, you try it here also. For this one, uh, put it. I go for this one. I put it here. Control C, and I put it here, and Control V. Okay, but I forgot to put a dot sign here also. That is the dot, delete. Okay, Control S. Now let me run this program and see what is output. Now I am refreshing this one. Yeah, you can see it successfully is coming. Okay, so my name is after Gunamani, you have to put it there also again. Say Gunamani, it is putting. So dot control V. Okay, so it will come also like this. So it must be separated by a space also. So control S. Now if you refresh it, so you can clearly see Gunamani. My name is Gunamani. So there is a space is required after is. So for that, what you need to do, and my name is, there is easy way you can do it here also. My name is, just put a space here, put a space, Control S, and you run it. There is no issue. So I hope your problem will be sorted out. Still not sorted out. Okay. My name is, but it should be there. Is 58. Oh yeah, name is, you have not given it here, right? 1, 2. Okay. So Control S. Now you run this program. I hope now all this problem is sorted out. So okay, can you see all the things what the program running now? So what is the difference? Why, see, you can ask a question, sir, I want to directly use the HTML tags inside. Why it is not taking? See, XML is compatible with HTML. But if you want to use the HTML inside the XML, there is a syntax for that one. Not directly randomly you can write some program and it will done. It is not like that. Okay. So if you want to check it again, this program, just minutely observe it here. So it is purely the PHP program started here and the PHP program ended here. So what I have given, first I am declaring the variable name. For declaring a variable, it must start with a dollar sign. So dollar sign name means in PHP you understand it is a variable declared, and which is equal to Gunamani. If after that I am putting a semicolon, so it is initialized to this one, because after that some other lines are there and it will not understand separations automatically. So I have to use a line break. For using line break, I have to use this BR. So if without this double quotation, without dot dot, I am using the BR, it is showing some error because it doesn't understand these HTML things inside the PHP, because the entire thing is HTML, but inside the HTML you are writing PHP codes, and again you are using HTML inside the PHP. So that is a syntax for that one you have to use. That I have used it here. Okay. So I have written the first name, then I have gone for a line break, then I have written the age, then I have written 58, then dollar. You can put it here. This thing is not necessary. This you can, yeah, put it under comments. Yeah, this also you can put it under comments. So this is also not required. This you put it as comments. Okay. Still you run it, Control S, then you run this program. I hope you'll be able to see. It's clear. So Gunamani, my name is Gunamani, and my age is 58. And the concatenation also you have gone for this concatenation, so you have done it. Okay. So then we have, yes, let me check the students. If you have any doubt, I think you would have raised some questions. Let me check. Attendance is 37, good. But there is no doubt or question from the students because I don't find any question mark. So then I hope everything is going on smoothly. If you have any doubt or anything, you can raise a question or you can raise your hands. I will be checking periodically. There is no question mark means everything is going on smoothly and you are listening. Thank you. So then we move to the next program. This is the program number 8 you have successfully run. Then I try to run the program number 9. Okay. In the program number 9, we have file. Then I go for open the files. then I go for PH9. Okay, I have to go for PH9. You can directly type it, but I usually search it instead of typing. So PH9.PSV. Okay, so here you can directly type and it will come open. Okay, this you see, I want to use the if else condition here. So in PHP, because I told you that PHP is a server side scripting language. Already you are acquainted with the JavaScript, which is a client side scripting language. But to make the contents dynamic and make it server side scripting, you have to use PHP. Okay, so that's why we are focusing PHP. And I already promised you that I will be taking around 8 to 10 classes for this PHP MySQL. And once it is over, then only we will be going for the Ajax. Okay, and the remaining after 3 units Ajax will be over. I told you that in 3 or 4 classes. The remaining 2 units, that is there, I will be covering all things for all of you, and you can also focus because Perl is there, and after that Ruby is there, and there is a platform called Ruby on Rail, Ruby on Rail, and I will be giving a demonstration to you also on that one. So as you are using this Python with Django, if some of you the advanced learners already done it, so it is a similar and it is a better platform for that one also. That also I'll make you acquainted with that one. So the developer who want to develop and deploy there, they can also do great thing there. Okay, so now that's why, because we need some more concentration on this PHP and MySQL, that's why I started this one first. Then we'll be going for this Ajax. Okay, now here I am going to use this if else condition. Okay, then it is simple. Say you start your PHP program and end your PHP program. And one thing I forgot, most probably, if you might observe, I have not closed the body, I have not closed the HTML. So what you need to do? So without that also it runs. Sorry, back, shift this one, this one. So slash body. Okay, delete. Sorry, enter, enter. So this you back. Okay, then enter, then shift this one. Just you put slash, automatically it will give the HTML. Okay, control S, right? Now, so I am giving, I initializing something I. So now I am telling if one is one, then it will show true. It is just I am going for that one. Else it will show it is a false. Anyway, one is equal to one is a comparison operator. So one is one, then it definitely will show the output will come true. Okay, that means if this is the condition satisfied, the echo is the printing command, it will display something. Else, by default, it will go to the, when a comparison between two or many. So in that can go for echo, else, if, like that you can use all the things here. Okay, so here is a comparison between two. If this is the condition satisfied, then display true. Else you go for the false. Okay, now what is the output it will come? Because 1 is equal to 1. Okay, definitely the output will come true. Let us run this program. Control S, this one, and I go for running this program. And this is my program number 9. I told you that. So I am going for program number 9. Okay, so this is my program number 9, and I run it here now. And you see it is true. Suppose I say the program little I modify, and I say if 2 is equal to 1. Okay, control S. Okay, now let me run this program. Is 2 equal to 1? 2 is not equal to 1. You understand? It is comparing 2 and 1. You understand? So first case 1 is equal to 1. So it is telling it is true. But second I have given if 2 equal to 1, 2 is not equal to 1. So it will not show true. It will show false. It has shown false. Clear? So like this, you can go on modifying. Okay, I roll back to my previous one. I put it to 1:1 control S. Okay, so now this was my program for the if and else. Okay, control S. Then I'm going for the program number 10. In the program number, sorry, I'm going for the program number 10 here. Then file, and you go for open file. So open ph10, ph10. Okay, ph10.php. Okay, open. Now say Where I apply, how do we go for the application of these things? Suppose I declared my password is equal to df. ABCD, something people are, because it's random password, and if password is equal to df, then echo access is granted and access is allowed, else access is denied. Okay, so my password I have declared df. If telling if your password is equal to the same df, then it will show access granted and access is allowed. Okay, so first I will run this program. You understand what I am telling? What I am telling, this is a PHP program. I am going to implement this if else for my password. Okay, I am declaring the password, the variable password, and I am initializing the values to df, and I am telling it here, if the password what you have already defined is equal to this one, then it will print access is granted and access allowed, else access is denied. Let me run this program. My program number is ph10, so I go for this thing here, then I go for ph10. Yeah, I just change it the ph10 and I run this program. So access granted, access is granted. Why access is granted? Not that simply printing. So just I modify this program. So I am writing my password is ABC. It's clear? I am writing my password is ABC. Will it give you the access is granted? Will it give it access is granted? Let us see what is showing. Control S. Now I am running this program. Yeah, I am running this program. Access denied, because your password you already set ABC. Now you are telling if your password is equal to DF, initial password is not DF, but you are telling if it is equal to DF, then only access granted, but it is not exactly like that one, so it is denying you. It's clear? So in this manner, so you can also go for the application. Say again, you roll back here and you go to the same DEA, and same thing it will show, yeah, access is granted. Okay, Control S. Then I go for the file number 11. Okay, open file. So then you go for ph11. Yeah, this is the 11.php. Open. Now here, now I'm using the switch case. Okay, so how we use these switch cases here inside the PHP? Okay, that these things you have already done in C, you have already done in Java. The same thing I am going to implement in PHP. Okay, so I have written a HTML program, and inside that my PHP, and finally the name is some PH11.php program. Here I declared the variable name and I initialize to Gunamani. So name is Gunamani. Now I am using switch name and the same variable name dollar name I am using. For this name, we have different cases. The first case is Gunamani, second is Alexa, third thing some other cases, and fourth cases like that, and default value will be there. If none of the cases are there, then it will show the default is there. So it's telling case one, in case if it is Gunamani, then echo you have blue eyes. Then go for a break. Case 2, if it is case is Alexa, then echo you have brown eyes. Then line break. That's you go for the break. Then default, that means if all the cases above are not there, then it will show I do not know what color your eyes are. You understand what I'm telling that? Then close it, and because you started with the body and HTML. Okay, so I think, yeah, you enter, then slash body enter, so slash HTML enter, Control S here. Now, okay, now you tell me what the output it will come. I don't want to tell you the output. What is the variable name? Variable name or you declared name. So dollar name you are selling the variable. What you initialize? It is Gunamani. So it will search the case one Gunamani. Then what it will say? You have blue eyes. I don't have blue eyes. Just it is a program I'm telling. I do not know what is the color of mine. Maybe it will be black. So the thing is that if I declare it the name, initialize it to Alexa, then in that case there will be a chance it will be brown eyes. Okay. Now run this program. So I'm going to ph11.php. Okay, come here and ph11. Yeah, sorry, back ph11.php. Run it. You have blue eyes. You have blue eyes. Okay. Now I change this program setting. Instead of Gunamani, I put it to Alexa. I do not know who this Alexa. Randomly I'm writing something. Don't worry. Back Alexa. Clear? Now what is the output, you tell me? What will be the output? You have brown eyes. It should come out because it will go for the second case. It will go. So Control S. Now read on this program. Yeah. Initially you see you have blue eyes. Now blue is going to change. You have brown eyes because the case 2 is Alexa. Okay. So I do not know. Now I am writing somebody else name. Okay. So now I am writing instead of Alexa, I am writing one final year girl. Say I am writing Tanmay. Okay. Tanm Tanmay. So what is the I of this Tanmay? I do not know because this case is not there available. Okay. So Control S. Now run this program. See the output. Now I am running this program. I do not know what color your eyes are. You understand? So this is the switch cases you can use. Okay. And you can successfully do all the things. Then this is the program number 11. I think we have completed. So we are going to program number 12. Okay. So now file open. Okay. For opening file also you can directly do Control O. Don't go for all the times. Control O, open. Then you write PH12. Directly click it here. Then you open. Okay. Now I'm going for some arithmetic operator. For arithmetic operator is simple. Say I declared two variable number 1 or xy, you can put it. I put number 1 equal to 10, number 2 is equal to 2. Okay. Then I go for echo sum of these two and average or sum of 2 divided by the number 2. Sum of 2 divided by the number 2. That means 10 plus 2 divided by 2. What is the output? 10 plus 2 it is equal to 12. 12 divided by 2 it should output should come 6. Whether it is coming or not I have to see. Okay. So you can go for all the operators and you know so there is some priority. So what is there inside the braces? It will solve it first. You know the what is the priority that you know. I need to explain it here now. So now whatever the number 1 and number 2, their addition will be there first because this is inside the braces, and then it will be divided by number 2. Okay. Now this is the arithmetic operator. You can use addition, you can go for subtraction, you can go for multiplication, you can go for division, you can go for no percentage, all the things you can use it here. Okay. Now let me run this program and get some output. And you told that output will be coming 6. So I think either it is coming or not. Let me check. So now instead of 11, now we are going for the 12 and I run. Yes, you guess it now. What is the output? Is it 6? Okay, your answer is correct and you got the correct answer, that is 6, because first number is 10, second number is 2, so 10 plus 2 it is 12, 12 divided by 2 is 6. Clear? Now this like this you can go for the arithmetic operators. Okay, for opening I have to use Control O. Okay, so this is already 12. I go for PH I'm writing because it is PHP program. Okay, so then 11 is over, sorry 12 is over. I am going for PH13.php. Now open it. Yeah, so same. So I'm using if else. I think it is a repetition of this program. Then Control O. Okay, then instead of 13 I am going for PH14.php. Okay, now it is okay. Open. Now you see I want to know the data type of the variable you have declared. How do we do it? Okay, remember this. When I am to check the data type of the variable I have declared, because here we don't declare the data type like integer, boolean. We don't declare all the things. Okay, then what is it? So I declared $x, which is equal to 5985. Automatically it will map because it is the integer. It will go for integer. Suppose I declare $x, which is equal to 59.40. It will go to the something decimal number system and other things. It will automatically go for that one. Suppose I guess a true and false, it will automatically say it is boolean. Whether it is saying or not, let us check. Okay, so we are thinking and we are telling and claiming that automatically it will say. So for that you have to use this var underscore done, var underscore. So I declare $x, that is the variable x, and I initialize it to 5985, it is a whole number or integer. Now I want to check the data type of this $x. Okay, so for that var underscore dump that $x I put it here and close it and all things. So then this is the program number 14. So I just go to the program number 14 and I run it here. 13 was the repetitions of the previous one, that I'll delete. Okay, so I go for the 14 and then. So it is telling integer. It is saying integer. Okay, so now let me see. Suppose instead of the round number or whole number, I give some decimal number system. What it is saying? Okay, next program we get ready for that one. Okay, so it is easy, I think, for you now. And PS is damn easy. I can understand. I can claim it also. Now Control O for opening and go for that is PH15. This is the file number .php. Yeah, then you open this one. Now I have declared x is equal to 10.365. So this is not an integer. Integer means a whole number. 10.365 it is not an integer. It is some decimal number system. 10.365, or you can down to 2 digit also, that is there. So now let us see what is the output of that, and you guess and tell me what is the output. Now this is the program number 15. Just you back it and write it 5 and run it. Okay, yeah, it is saying floating number because 10.365 it is a floating number system. So that's why. So now you tell me, for knowing the data type of this variable, just you use the word var underscore dump. Okay, so then you can get the clear. Then similarly, I'm going for the program number. Just you are going for whether it is integer, whether floating type, whether the boolean. So similarly, I'm writing another program to show you what is the data type. This was the file number 15. So go for Control O, and now you go for 16. Okay, ph16. Okay, ph16.php. Yeah, you open it one now. Open. So it is showing I have declared a variable car, and I have declared it just like an array. In the array, you know how to declare an array. So in the array, similar type of things is there. Volvo is there, BMW is there, Toyota is there. So all people, computer science people, they want to get job in MNC companies immediately. The first year they want to purchase some cars. So now you have to decide whether you will go for Volvo, you have to go for BMW, you have to go for Mercedes, you have to go for Toyota. So here I have declared a variable cars, and this is just an array. In this array, these are the elements: Volvo, BMW, Toyota. I am never putting a bus and truck inside that one, or auto. So I'm putting similar type of cars are there. Then I want to check what type of this variable, what is the data type of that one. Okay, so this is my program number 16. Now you guess what will be the output. Some of you tell me. Yes, yes. Okay, guess, get ready. So we are going for this program number 16 running. So program number 16, I'm running it here, 16, and run it here. It is showing array. See what is the data type it is showing? Array, and first element, because it will start from 0. First element, it is a string, and it is there, say all there. And the second element is string. See how many characters we are using? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That also it is showing string and 5. BMW, string and 3. This is Toyota. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. String and 6. Clear? Now we need not declare the data type while we are using PHP. Whatever things you provide automatically will take. And if you want to know the data type of that one, simply use this keyword, that is var underscore dump. Var underscore dump. Okay, so I think we have done a lot of work on all the things. Then we move to the program number 17. Okay, so Control O. Okay, ph17. This is my program. Then open it. So it is opening. Nothing is there. ph17 that program doesn't exist. ph17.php should be there. I did a mistake. Yes. So now Control O, ph17.php. Okay. So now open ph17.php. This is the program. Now you see, I am using a class for class is equal to car, and under that I am using function. var method. So this model is VW, and I am creating a object of that one, and so Herbie, dollar Herbie, which is got a new. So you know these things, how to create a object. Okay, so you know car is the class name and Herbie is the object name. So this is a new instance of this class, that is Herbie. Okay, so echo Herbie model. So now what is telling, I I declared a function for this car with the name car, and here I have given the model name is VW. Okay, so then when I am telling Herbie is an object of this car, and I am asking what is the model of this Herbie, it has to show the output. What should the output it will come? It will show you this VW. VW is there or BMW is there, I do not know. Something you write. You write whatever the car you like. You like Mercedes. I don't have any problem. Okay. So you write it there. Now what I did it here, I declared a class and I am going for some functions here. And this method is car I am using. And I am using declaring this model VW. Then I am creating an object of that, and then to show this object and their properties also. So I echo dollar Herbie, it will immediately show the object, and for showing the property of that one, because I am using this property by using dollar this imply model, and that I have given VW. Okay, now let us see the output. So this is your program number 17. Okay, so go to program number 17. Okay, and run this program number 17, and you run it. So it's telling VW. Okay, so it is not showing the object. Now the object is, what is the object? Herbie. Herbie is some of the things, and what is the model of that one is asking. Its property it is showing it is VW or BMW. I have no idea about these cars also. So you change the data whatever there, but the procedure and the program you must understand. That is my idea. Clear? So program number 17 also we have successfully completed. Now I am writing the program number 18. So I'm writing ph18.php. Don't write ph18, it will not open. In the new file it will be created. Then open 18. Now see this is a typical case. So I'm telling I declared variable x, I have written hello world. Then again I am superseding $x is equal to null, and I'm asking what is the data type of this $x. You guess and tell me. I do not know the output. You have to tell now. Okay. Now this is inside the HTML program. I am writing a PHP program. I declared a variable x and I initialize the value x is equal to hello world. So it should display hello world. Now again I am telling, and this variable x is initialized to null, and I am asking what is the data type of that one. If this is the thing, what will the data type? Okay, now I double click, I put it the comment here, I put a comment it here, then I go for this one. Okay, control S. Now this is the program number 18. This is the program number 18. So go for running the program number 18, that 18. So it is a string, data type is string, and this is the 12 number, because it will take also the blank space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and this one also last 12. So it is a string, and number of things are there, it is there 12. So all the things it is showing. Now what I need to do, I want to uncomment this one, back. Okay, control S. Now you tell me what is the output. Now you guess and tell me the output. Okay, so now I go and run. You guess it and get ready. Now I am running this program. The output should come. Yes, 1, 2, 3, start. Now you get it now. So you can ask, sir, we have given a string and 12 number. Yeah, but after that, what you have done? You again superseded that one with again x is equal to null. Then what is the data type of that one x? It will be null. You understand that? So in this way, you can run a number of programs and you can practice all the things. These sometimes I have taken the help of W3 School. Sometimes I have taken the help also from this, tutorialpoints.com. So there are a lot of tutorials are available for you. But the thing is that this is there, and sometimes you need some explanation, and I am explaining. And I think we have covered the minimum things for you. And I wish all the best for you. And this video lecture I'll be uploading to the YouTube. and I request you all, especially because I'm getting a very less number of views from my students. See, one XSD, I got around 200 views from outside people, but the CS people, they are not interested. It is specifically for the CS people, but 10 to 15 people they are viewing, and remaining people I do not know whether they know all the things or they don't want to know. And both the cases, first case it is okay if you know all the things. I'm replacing it is for the average and below average people, but some advanced concept also giving. If you remember yesterday, I've shared a video with you. That is the stacks. Stacks is not part of your syllabus. It is only stacks is there. That is the last chapter of your unit 2. But I also covered the advanced component of stacks, and I given a detailed comparison between the stacks, stacks, no DOM, stacks, and their comparison. Everything are given. But I find hardly 10 to people views are there. So my appeal and request to you all, you not only view it, you also go for like or dislike whatever you like, and subscribe, because other videos are also I'm sharing that it will reach you. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Take care of your health, and till next class, goodbye, and thank you for watching this video.